Hi, guys. Welcome to another Bible study session. Today we're covering Genesis chapter 1 in the Holy Bible. Now, we'll start from beginning to end. Essentially, Jacob hears throughout the town that people are talking about Laban being deceived by Jacob, saying that there was an unfair business dealing between them because Jacob is getting all these strong flocks of sheep, while Laban is getting the weak, feeble sheep and less sheep in the agreement. And that is all, of course, Jacob's doing because he did breed the sheep in a way that, whenever they would flock together to breed, he'd only make the strongest sheep breed with the striped sheep and the sheep with spots, whom of which were designated to be given to Jacob. Yeah. So that was quite unfair. Jacob really did profit quite a lot. We discussed in the previous chapter, he became very wealthy, gaining lots of slaves and male, female, as well as camel and donkey wealth. So upon hearing this, Jacob was spooked. He was like, okay, for this, the townspeople here may very well take away what I've worked so hard for. Take away his wives, children, and flock of sheep, his wealth. So because of that, he didn't want to lose his wealth. He did not want to lose his wives, his family. So he fled. He fled to the land of Gilead, the hill country, Gilead. And then, the next day, townspeople are talking. They're telling Laban, hey, Jacob fled. And Laban was surprised. He fled? So he pursued Jacob 7 days into the hill country of Gilead to confront him. But right before the night before meeting Jacob, Laban had a dream where God warned him, do not say a word to Jacob, good or bad. Now, despite hearing God's word and hearing his share, he did not listen, and he confronted Jacob. And he said to Jacob, why have you left without saying a word? You have taken my daughters away, my grandchildren away, without allowing me to say goodbye. I would have given you gifts had you left, and a happy farewell. Why have you done this? As well, you have taken a household item from me, a very important one. And this household item, of course, was not taken away from Jacob, but rather from Rachel. And it is an item used to worship a god that Laban worships. Not the same God that Abraham worshipped, not the same God that Jacob worships, another God. But that just adds further tension between them. And Jacob's response to this was, have I not toiled and worked and labored to earn the right to the flock of sheep? I've spent 6 years tending to the flock of sheep during the hot summer days, during the cold nights, and protecting them from beasts that preyed on the sheep. And it's all true. He toiled and labored 6 years for those sheep, and he toiled and labored 7 more years for Leah, his wife, and 7 more years for Rachel, his wife, he desired. So 2 wives, 14 years, the flock of sheep, 6 years, a total of 20 years. He said he toiled and labored 20 years to earn the wives' hands in marriage, as well as the flock of sheep. As per the household item, he allowed Laban to check his tents. So he went through Jacob's tent, he went through Leah and Rachel's tents, and he didn't find anything. His folks people were there, the townspeople were there from both sides. They were witnessing all of this, the whole confrontation. Rachel, she actually took the item and hid it. She hid it under a saddle and sat on it. It was a camel saddle. And she made some remarks there too towards her father. And in the end, they came to agreement and a covenant saying, okay, Jacob, you shall treat my daughters with utmost respect and dignity. Treat them good, and you shall not wed or marry any additional woman. If we can agree to those terms, by the witnesses of my God and your God, we come to agreement. that will leave you alone and not cross this path, this pillar into your territory, and you will take very good care of my daughters. So they came to that covenant, that agreement. The townspeople there, they witnessed it, and the two, Laban and Jacob, they came to the agreement with the acknowledgement that the gods that they worship are sole witnesses to this covenant. And then the next morning, Laban kissed his daughters a farewell, kissed his grandchildren a farewell, and said his goodbyes to Jacob. That is chapter 31 of Genesis. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. I will be reading every day, or I will try to read every day, and I appreciate you guys coming along in the journey with me, because it's my first time going through the Bible. So again, I look forward to continuing this journey, reading through the whole holy book. Peace out. I hope you guys have a great day.